Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your first time stopping by. My name is Ella and I'm a content creator based in Nigeria. So yeah, by the title of this video you can already tell what I'm about to tell you guys. You can already tell what the content of this video is going to be. So I'll be giving you guys, I think I have like 5 or 6 points here on my tab on how to survive medical school in Nigeria. If that's something you'd like to know, then keep on. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. So yeah, without further ado, let us get right into this video. So you guys, yeah, let me be the first to tell you that medical school is the ghetto. Okay, now this is not me trying to discourage anybody, but this is me being realistic. Medical school is not the easiest place to be in. Okay, it is not the easiest place to be in, but that doesn't mean that you cannot be in medical school. I mean, people that graduate from medical school, they don't have 2 heads, do they? No, they have 1 head, and that could totally be you. So for someone that in medical school has showed enough shaky, God, let's never get into that. These are some of the tips that, should I say, have helped me survive medical school, or is still helping me survive medical school. So yeah, some of these things I learned late, and I'm telling you guys on time, so you don't end up like me. Some of them I learned late and I had to pay for it. Okay, so now this is me giving you guys tips so you don't end up like me, so you don't pay for it like me. But yeah, the first thing on my list, okay, on how to survive medical school in Nigeria is to know what works for you. So medical school is the kind of place that you can easily get sucked in if you do not know what works for you. Okay, you have to know what works for you. First off, what kind of learner are you? Are you a fast learner or a slow learner? Some people that they have to read a particular thing over and over and over again to understand that thing. Is that the kind of person that you are? You are one of those people that have what we call the magnetic brain, that they don't have to read something over and over again for them to grasp it. Are you that kind of person? Are you a visual learner? You have to know that. Are you the kind of person that, like, what kind of person are you? There's some people that they learn better by watching YouTube videos. That's the kind of person that you are. There's some people that they don't even want to watch YouTube videos. So I have some classmates that they have never watched any YouTube videos since they got into medical school, and they are doing just fine. They are acing their exams, okay? And there are some that live by YouTube videos, okay, that swear by YouTube videos. What kind of person are you? There's some people that they assimilate better very early in the morning. Some people assimilate better at night. Some people do TDB, that's the day break. Some people can read in their room. Some people, they have to go to class and study. So you have to know what works for you. Don't just join the bandwagon because your friends, the kind of people that they have to go to the class to read, and you follow them to the class and you end up not doing anything. Time doesn't wait for anybody in medical school. So you have to know what works for you first. And some people that do not even do TDB at all, and they're acing their exams. That's because they know the kind of person that they are. They know what works best for them, and they live by it. So to survive in medical school, you have to know what works for you. That is one of the most important things. You have to know what works for you, okay? Yes. And now the second point on how to survive in medical school in Nigeria, you have to actually learn how to learn new things. Does that make sense? Like in medical school here, residual knowledge is what will help you when you want to write your professional exams. Okay, so you have to devise a means that helps you learn new things. Like in medical school, you have to read to learn, read to know, and not just cram to pass your exams. Okay, because if you cram to pass your first CA, cram to pass your second CA, you need to be able to cram to pass NB. The workload is a lot. I don't know, some people that they've claimed that they've crammed to pass NB, but I like to think that that is a very risky play. Okay, in medical school, it's best for you to read to know. Now there are there are lots of different learning procedures. There are a lot of different ways to learn. There are a lot of different, should I say, reading styles that work for people. Pomodoro style. We have the active recall. There are so many to name, but if there are so many, you have to learn how to read to know. Okay, you have to learn how to learn new things and have these new things stick in your head. That's one of the ways to survive in medical school, because you need those things that you've learned from the start of the semester, right? You need them in your professional exams. You need them when you're writing MB. And just imagine that you've been cramming all along, and now it's time to write MB. And sometimes, like, for the most part, I don't know about other schools, right? But in my school, you usually get like 2-week stops to prepare for MB. So, like, what can you cram in 2 weeks? Like, can you cram everything in 2 weeks? Do you think you can cram everything in 2 weeks? I used to think I cram everything in 2 weeks, but that was very stupid of me, because I cannot cram everything in 2 weeks, okay? And it backfired. So, my loves, don't be like me. Study to know. Look for a study pattern that works for you. It's the start of the semester for most schools, right? For my school also. So, you can actually try out different study patterns now that it is still early. So you can know what works for you. So you can know the kind of study pattern that you can use to learn new things. Okay? It's not just about copying out your slides. It's not just about copying out your slides. So that's not it. That's not how to learn new things. That's not to learn new things. It's not just about preparing notes. You have to know how to learn new things and how those things stick to your head. Okay? That, like I said, there are different study patterns, different study methods. Pomodoro style, like I mentioned earlier, active recall, there is spaced repetition. There are so many. There are so many. A couple of videos on YouTube that are going to show you different study patterns that you can actually try out, and you try. Okay? Yeah. So, know what works for you, right? Now, another way to survive in medical school, and this is me telling myself also, is to start on time. Start on time. Okay, medical school, the workload is a lot. There are a lot of things that you have to learn. There are a lot of things that you have to know, and you'll be doing yourself a very big favor if you start on time. Okay, start on time. Immediately you start receiving lectures, start studying. That's one of the best ways to survive in medical school, because you'll be overwhelmed when it's a week to your CA and you're trying to read everything that you've been taught, and you'll be taught a lot of things. So that's just going to be overwhelming for you. Start on time. Okay, start on time. It's a marathon race. Start on time and be consistent. Consistency is key everywhere. Be consistent. Try as much as possible to study every day. Now, you don't have to study 5, 6, 7 hours every day. No, you don't have to do that. You can take out 2 or 3 hours a day and study. But if you're consistent with it, if you're studying every day, you study on Monday, Tuesday. Oh God! So yeah, never did what they know to do best. Take the light, but not that. I think the lighting is even better. But yeah, like I said, like I was saying earlier, be consistent, right? You don't have to study 6 to 7 hours a day. No, you don't have to do that. You can actually study 2 to 3 hours a day. You can take out 2 to 3 hours a day and study. Imagine you do that Monday to Sunday, or rather Sunday to Saturday, whichever way for you. But imagine you do that every day. You will cover up a lot before it's even time for you to write a CA or an exam or anything. So yeah, start on time. Yeah. So now the next, you guys should chill. I need to turn on my camera so you can see me vlogging. Back. So yeah, that's an effective way to survive in medical school. So my 5th point, right, is your grades don't define you. That's something you need to know. Okay, you need to know that in med school, that your grades do not define you. Okay, just because you did not do well in an exam does not mean you are dull. It does not mean you are not smart. It does not mean you are dumb. Okay, you have to know that your grades don't define. It's medical school. Come on. I don't know anybody that has not failed a test or an exam or something in medical school. And I get it. For someone that is coming from, in secondary school, most of us in medical school, in secondary schools, we are like the very smart ones, the ones that are always coming at top of the class, and we didn't have to do so much. Speaking for myself, for the most part, like, we didn't have to struggle so much, to be at the top of our class. We just had to do a little work, and we're sorry, we're one of the smart people in the class. So that coming to medical school is going to show you that you're not studying physics, chemistry, and biology yet. No, like you can be scoring 70, 80, 90s in medical school, in secondary school, right? And you come to medical school and you are struggling to get a 50. I can get how you would feel if you don't do well in a test or an exam, but your grades do not define it. Okay, if you fail a test or an exam, all you have to know is that you are not dull, you are not dumb, you are smart. You just did not prepare adequately for that exam. So go back to your drawing board, go back to your reading table, read better and study smarter, study harder, and retake that test and retake that exam if there is room for retaking it, or the next year you're taking, smash it. Okay, your grades do not define you. That's something you have to know, something you have to learn in medical school. Now I think this should be my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th point. Wow, this should be my 6th point actually. And now my 6th point is do other things out of medicine. Okay, medical school, especially if you're going to a medical school in a public university, right? There are strikes, there are other forms of delay, and medical school is draining. So I would advise that you do other things aside medicine. Get a social life. Okay, get a social life. Don't throw your social life away because you're studying medicine, because medicine takes at least 6 years. That is if you are not going to a public school. Why are they making noise? Help me ask my neighbors why they are making noise. They will leave in front of the house very soon. But yeah, just imagine medicine take at least 6 years. That is if you're not even studying medicine in a private university. In a public university, there are other delays that are going to come up. So imagine 6 years of your life, and the only thing you've done for that 6 years is medicine. By the time you come out, you would have missed out on a lot of things. So get a social life. Okay, start a business if that's what you want to do. You can do YouTube like me. You can do just make sure medicine is not the only thing you're doing. Okay, make sure you're doing other things aside medical school, aside medicine. You can learn a skill. You can just make sure you're doing other things. It's going to keep you sane. It's going to keep you in check. It's going to be something you can fall back on. Like when medicine is getting to you, when things are getting overwhelming, you can take a break and do something else. And you can take a break and engage in one of these things that you've learned to do aside medicine. And all of these things are going to keep you going, because medicine alone, oh my gosh, I can't even start. I can't even begin to tell you guys how overwhelming this place, medical school, is. But yeah, I would advise that you do other things outside medicine. Get a social life, learn a business. Start a business, learn a skill, do something else outside medicine. Okay, try and socialize. Okay, socialize. You need it. It's good for you. In fact, you're in the university to grow all around. Okay, not just academics, also socially and other ways. Okay, so yeah, do things aside medicine. So yeah, I've said a lot again in this video. I've been talking a lot this year, but yeah, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I hope this was helpful to someone. Click on that subscribe button. Come on, you've watched my video up to this point. Why are you not subscribed yet? Why are you stuck? Why? Tell me why. Why are you not subscribed yet? You should be subscribed. Click on that subscribe button. And don't forget to click on that notification bell. That's going to get you notified every single time I post a new video. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Bye.
Anywhere I can, I want to share my world. Don't you understand?